there, YouTube. We are back with some more Matchplay commentary. This is the first of EX-06 that we have on the channel, so definitely some exciting times. I'm joined by the brother Bear, the brother from another mother, TJ.
Full Metal Alchemist.
Enough said.
Yes, sir. It's funny. It's funny showing Dom Full Metal Alchemist for the first time because he isn't used to the title cards. Which, I mean, if anyone's seen Full Metal Alchemist, you know the Full Metal Alchemist. Full Metal. You know the title cards. It's iconic. So it's really funny watching him digest that for the first time. Anyways.
Shout out Dom and Casey. But in this particular matchup, we've got rounds from Dean's Dugout, which is the local card shop that we go to every Sunday for Digi. Pop off at about 12:30. So if you're in the local Chicagoland area, want to check them out, they're in Naperville, Illinois. We're there every Sunday, like I said, playing Digi. So good time, great place, great people. We've got Jorel on the left playing his updated Mastemon build, which is a really exciting one. I'm excited to see this on cam. And we've got Mike playing another deck I'm excited for, which is Angels on the right. It might be better to find as Pata Tribal. Pata Tribal. Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
That's what Mike said to me today when I was at the store briefly.
Okay, fair enough. But yeah, I mean, both archetypes in general are very interesting. There are different ways to build each deck. There are like purple builds, obviously from Maste. Jorel is cooking here, as you'll see, with a yellow-based build. We got Mike with his Patamon Tribal, which, as with any sort of like yellow vaccine Angels deck, like there's a lot of expressive flair you can put into it.
There's a lot of player expression.
Yeah, and Mike, just being a great player, is definitely going to be exciting to see what he has to cook with it. So hopefully you guys do enjoy it. A couple things before we hop into the round itself. If you like our content, you like what you see, and you want to support us on the channel, please do consider hitting the like and subscribe button. We would greatly appreciate it. And last but not least, do check out our socials, which are linked down in the video description below. It contains our Discord, our Instagram, our Twitter, all that good stuff. For those of you who are asking for deck lists, like the Discord is probably the best place to find them. You can just ping both players in the Discord and they'll be happy to share their deck list for you. And you'll be able to start crafting your own stuff. But enough jibber jabber. Let us hop right into the round over here.
So yeah, I know Mike was kind of bummed that I was sticking around because he really wanted to show me his deck, his list and how it played. He did let me look at the deck, so I do know what's inside of it.
Ooh.
It is. I think he said Seraphi Tribal is what rather than Pata Tribal, but still, it's very cool.
Yeah. All right. Start off with a BT15 Pata.
BT16.
16 Pata. Yeah.
Yeah. You go for one. We see Jorel do a BT14 Pata on the back, and then play the promo, the movie promo Pata to go ahead and grab a mass data security and then shuffle. Jorel's gonna finish shuffling. Mike's gonna go ahead and push up. Go into a BT8 Angemon, and then play a TK, grab a card, place a card. I did not see what he placed. That's fine.
I really like that Angemon. It was so fun using that with like the Shaco build, you know?
Yeah, it is very fun. It's very good. See Jorel, Evo Nagato. He needs to resolve rest of Pata. Effectively, choose a vaccine card to go in the bottom there if he wants to place one. It is a Yume. Okay, we'll place a Dominimon at the bottom there. Gain a memory. And now I'm not super familiar with all the new Masty cards, so I will be trying to read them as we go.
This is essentially like a searcher. You can reveal top 3, and then you can just add one to hand, essentially.
Yeah, and it's on Evo, right?
It's on play and on Evo, which is real nice. You know, as a 4-cost drop, particularly in Masty, which is a deck that sometimes you just have to hard slam something to just pick up pieces. It gives you another
double hit there
target to do so, which is pretty nice.
Yeah. So Jorel's thinking what he wants to do. We'll just go into a Lady Devi here, and then we'll pass turn. We'll choose not to use its effect. So it is the ST Lady Devi, I believe.
Yeah.
Or no, that's not ST.
No, this is a BT11, the Lady Devi.
BT11. Yeah. Because Mirai's in that picture there.
All right. So Mike drops the training, picks up a Pata, goes into the said Pata.
Emissary for 1.
Nice.
Go ahead and go into the new BT16 Magna Anja. This card's so good. This card is so good.
So good. For those of you who don't know, it's an on play and when Evo, which is pretty nice for Angel since you do have accessibility to like a lot of on-play stuff. You basically search your security stack and then you can digivolve into a Digimon card, I believe with the Angel or 3 Great Angels trait for a reduced cost of 2. And then if you do Evo by that effect, you can slip something at the bottom of your security stack with the like Angel, Archangel, 3 Great Angels trait, which helps you kind of cycle, pop off, and also like as we're seeing Mike do here, like tap TK, potentially Patamon to gain more memory. So you're just making your play so much more efficient, and also giving your security stack a lot of targets to hit with, like for example, Dominimon's effect, which is very, very solid.
Yeah, so we see Jorel. We'll just go ahead and Evo into an Angemon, and then we'll play a Mirai off of the Evo into her, which is nice. It's nice that the new EX-06 cards do give you ways to play out Mirai for free.
Because both Angemon and Lady Devi allow you to do that.
Yeah. Which was needed, because otherwise you were just hard dropping Mirais and it was painful.
Yes.
And it's cool because Lady Devi can play from trash and Angemon plays from hand, so it gives you different ways of interacting with it.
No, Angemon. He did.
Hold on. The Seraphi should have sec -2, I believe. Oh no, he has to have Mirai on board to give sec -2. So never mind.
All right, so we do 2 checks. We have a TK Cody come out, which I was like, huh?
Yeah, makes sense.
But it makes sense because your DNA digivolving a lot, and it doesn't necessarily have to be like yellow black. It could be just DNA digivolve.
Yellow or black. As long as it's yellow or black, he'll gain the memory, and then the digivolves regardless. So that is as long as he's DNA digivolving. We see Mike just setting up. I mean, that's a pretty nasty board state. That Seraphi has some good damage that's done already. The Angemon is set up there where even if Jorel clears it, it'll just recover Mike extra security. Jorel is stuck because of Mike just constantly choking him. He'll push up the Pata.
Yeah.
He'll resolve TK. Oh no, he's gonna whiff on the TK Cody. Okay. Grab a Mirai off of the search. So if he evos up, he should be able to make a Masty play here potentially.
Correct.
Because of having Mirai on board. He just needs to evo up into an Angemon. But is he whiffing on Lady Devi right now? We'll go Angemon. We'll draw.
Looks like he is
sec
whiffing on
-2
Lady
on
Devi.
one. That's tough.
Yeah.
So that Mirai is just one of your Digivolves, right?
Correct. As long as there's one or less on the field, you can go ahead and just spit out one of the other. But that is sort of like the age-old Mastemon problem, right? It's like you do your stuff, but like if you're missing just that one piece, which is just tough, you know.
Well, and the other part, the hard part too, is he also doesn't have end of turn DNA. So even if he played it out, he wouldn't be able to DNA.
Right. Now, if you have the new EX-06 Masty Ace in hand, that is a potential DNA target, like a Blast DNA Digivolve if both of them end up living. But Seraphi just being kind of stuck on the board is just real rough, because then he just keeps popping either level 5.
He'll check a boost out of security. So that other Seraphi does have Secure Attack Plus because of the
plays out
Pata security.
Goes into Angemon.
Yeah, Pata on play. We'll let him evo for 1.
Jesus, Mike.
Into the Angemon.
That is a board state.
I think now he's just considering what he wants to do. I mean, he's got 6 security. He's got a full board. We'll just go ahead, play another TK. Place it on top. We'll tap it to gain a memory.
Yeah. We're not able to see the card that Mike's adding, but it looks like he's like flashing it to Jorel as he slips it under. So he's all good there, just for some of you guys watching. But that's...
Oh, wait, no. So Seraphi had sec -2. That's why he couldn't swing. That's why he was chilling. Okay, now it's gone. Yeah.
That is quite the board state to fight off on Jorel's end.
Yeah. This is tough.
I think here, Jorel did give us a heads up. There was a turn. I think this might be it, where he's kind of debating on what he wants to do, and he's just like considering.
He said there were a few turns where he just sort of took a few plays back. It is new set. Everyone's playing with new cards, new decks. We didn't really play with proxies before and haven't done much online sim. So, and a lot of this, a lot of these are pretty friendly, casual matches. So a lot of people are just sort of adjusting their plays and just learning the decks.
Yeah. Yeah. Now is the time to learn. It's not too competitive yet. But does go into Gato, which allows him to reduce the cost of Evo for Lady Devi, which on Evo will let him pop a level 4, which is not bad.
Yeah.
I think
He's gonna see what he wants
here,
to
in
do.
theory, he could play out the Angelomon, but
Yeah, he
doesn't
still
have
has the
one.
ability to, but yeah, it's crazy. I wonder how many Angelomon he's running, because it feels like he's just like he's got a good amount of cards in hand, but he's just constantly whiffing on stuff.
So
Oh, there they are. They're all gummed up.
No.
I'm willing to bet that the deck was profiled, and then
Yeah.
Jorel, who is
So
not,
this is the scary
I think is
part too
classically
with
not a
the-
pile shuffler for off of fresh
Yeah.
thing. Probably just did his mass shuffling and everything. He's gone.
Yeah. And with that
Possibly.
too, he just decides to scoop. I mean, it's rough because as soon as Mike resolves the effect, he adds a card to security. Seraphi Ace just ends up bouncing everything, and it's just like, okay, well, that'll pretty much do it for him. But pretty strong start from Mike. Angels, I guess this is Seraphi Tribal, but I mean, this is still a pretty decent like showing of what the deck can do with some of these new pieces.
Yeah, definitely.
God, I'm so excited to put this stuff together.
It's been fun what I played so far.
I ended up not buying boxes and just ordering singles, so I'm like sitting at all you guys looking at all the new cards. I'm like, I want to play so badly. Put me in, coach. Put me in.
I've played a little bit of Shaka. Shaka in the Center
Yeah.
Demon Lords is miserable. It is the worst matchup in my life because they just play creepy and then pop it. Vaccine Angels seems fun. It just seems hard to have good aggression.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you can't maintain a board state. And Deboro is good. Deboro is just good. I'd say it's a pretty decent deck right now. It's not like insane, but it's fun and it's pretty solid.
All right, so Mike ends up just passing turn by playing a BT8 Angemon, and then Jorel reciprocates by just hard playing a Gato out for 4.
Yeah.
Will suspend Mirai to allow him to Digivolve. Picks up a Masty Ace.
Masty Ace, yeah.
And passes it
This
over.
is also kind of rough because so many Angemon or Angelomon and Lady Devimon are only 6 KDP, so they're like free target pops for all of like Seraphi just goes pop.
Yeah. Seraphi just
it's
feasts
tough.
right now on that. But yeah, it's definitely an interesting build on Jorel's end. Here we see Mike just go ahead and go Magna Ace to pop the stack, like you were saying.
That's so hard, man. Like, what do? You can't really.
It's definitely like it loops really well when it pops. It's just I think this typical Masty stuff, right, where you have to like set up to kind of pop off.
Well, the thing I think it's not so. I mean, yes and no. I think if you're playing like more classically, I was more just speaking specifically in regards to Masty Ace, where it just feels like it's like you're so rarely gonna actually get to use her unless you're like Evo, like at least off of an Ace Evo.
Right.
Because those stacks are so easy to clear. There's no protection. There's super low DP. I mean, hell, I could drop a Gokumon as long as I'm digicrossing. I pop 6K or less. Yeah, they just go bye bye.
Yeah,
it's just free.
No, I hear you. Because at the end of the day, if you end up just regular DNA digivolving with the Masty Ace, it's like if it gets removed, you're getting punished big time.
Yeah,
which is also just rough.
And Mike is just chilling on memory, debating what he wants to do. He's gonna swing the Magna. Interesting. Does live.
All right.
It hits a Mirai.
Okay. Fair enough.
Final Excalibur. Yeah.
Final Excalibur is such a good card too. I like that.
It's cool. It is a cool card.
It's a recovery off of security. Lets you restand all your stuff. With the Minimon
you restand
on board,
one thing.
Well, one thing, but with the Minimon on board, you could, in theory, restand multiple bodies.
Yeah, you restand everything.
With barrier being a thing, I mean, that's just huge for keeping your board state, which is pretty interesting.
And even just the Minimon's effect alone, too.
Like Jorel's
security
being
bombs.
Pulled over for a judge call. Judge plays out a Gato. Picks up 2 Gatos. Gains a memory. Goes into Angelomon off a Mirai effect.
Go through Evo. Take a peek at security. Nothing in there.
Ooh.
He's in a pretty good spot.
Yeah.
You'll be able to suspend, play out a Lady Devi.
There you go.
Yep. We'll be able to use Gato's effect to end of turn DNA. He's considering what he wants to do. I think he's probably debating between Masty Ace and regular ST Masty. We'll go Masty Ace here.
Which is essentially just a Chaos Degrade, like, built into its effect.
Gato.
And then just trash Mike security up until 4 cards, so pretty good. Oh, trash to
so trash is top 3. We'll gain the memory off of Magna and Jace going into security, and then we'll be able to go ahead and use Gato effect to reveal top 3 and grab 2 there.
That's pretty good.
Pretty good turn. Pretty good turn.
That's pretty good.
Helps even out security a bit. Jose will kind of just consider what he wants to do right now.
Lady Devi.
Yeah.
Lets him pitch a Masty to grab a Masty Ace.
That makes sense. He has an Angelmon in hand, so that Lady Devi is just a bomb sitting there. Does have, I believe, blocker and retail and everything because of the inheritables.
Correct. Plays out a Mirai. Mirai will gain him a memory off of Lady Devimon's effect, just choking Mike to 1 to start. But we're about to see Mike just skyrocket. Yeah,
Mike does see level 4 in security. We'll be able to place a card back in there.
So bidding on what I want to put in there. Decides to put a Magna Angie from BT16.
I think that was just... Was that regular Angie?
No, I think it was a Magna. Magna Angie.
Okay.
We'll tap TK and use Patamon effect to gain 4 memory, so it goes up to 5. And then, Heavens to pop the board, gains 4 off of Overflow. And the fact that Masty Ace doesn't have Partition as well is, I feel like, a little bit oofta.
It's also the fact that she's also only 12k instead of being 13k like her counterpart is pretty tough.
Emissaries to go into Seraphi, so back at 6 security.
Yep, swing for 2 checks, lives.
This is pretty clean. Just pass his turn.
I know Jorel net decked the list. I like the Pata stuff and everything for the low end. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
Especially with the Gatos. I feel like that Magnadramon is just a brick.
Yeah, in theory, we were actually talking about Bryce about this the other day. In theory, I think it's good. It definitely has a lot of nice like effects, but yeah, I agree. Like this is the second time I watched Jorel play this. I was watching him the other day play it at Sully's when I stopped by the shop. He also was saying the same thing. He's like, Magnadramon just felt like like it didn't really do a whole lot.
I just don't understand how you would ever use it and feel good about it, because you don't have a way to drop it for free, do you?
No, you don't.
So when you're playing it, you have to just pay the full 11 memory. Because otherwise they just put level 5s or lower. I guess if you Evo into it.
Yeah, I think the whole point is to technically Evo into it, but I don't really love it.
I wouldn't want to ever Evo into that. I feel like I'd want to Evo into literally anything else. Like Dominimon would be way better. Even like Seraphi or something like that. 3-grade Angel, like Orphana or something. I don't know.
I have been playing around with this base because Jorel sent it to me. I ended up just slotting in the Seraphi Aces.
Yeah, that feels like it'd be better to me. Oh, when we see more Dime play. Nice. Gains the memory, recovers. Mike doesn't have anything in the back. He has a lot of security, but that's fine.
Ordine's pretty good.
Board state. Yep.
Wait. Oh no.
And we'll just bounce it. Because Seraphi Ace bounces a level 7. Yeah.
Seraphi Ace, you beautiful card.
And she doesn't do anything.
I am so glad I got my ult.
There, we'll gain the memory back. It is crazy how cheap they are, because that card is insane.
Yeah, that card is really good. For any kind of yellow deck, like Seraphi Ace, recover, bounce. Anytime anything is added security during both players' turns is absolutely bonkers. Granted, you have to have the security to make it, viable, right? Like if you're down to like 1 or 2 security, it's kind of like,
Reach a Magnadramon. He'll grab the Masty Ace instead of the Ordine. I think that makes sense. Considering what to do. Yeah, he's going to choose not to grab the Masty Ace. He's going to grab an Angelmon instead, because he don't know what he had in hand. That's fine. We'll go into the Angelmon.
We'll not a new Angelmon.
Yeah, and then Recovers one and shuffles. So what does he do here? He has to clear board, but that's a lot of security to deal with. He can go into a Masty or Masty Ace and trash a lot of security, but I mean the thing is Mike was down to 4 and he's back up to 7, which is crazy.
He's got to be careful too here. He does go Angelomon X Antibody, but he is starting to run a little low on that deck right there.
Yeah.
Does decide to Masty here to the old starter deck Masty, so we'll be able to play something in a security and play something out.
Yeah,
He decides to put a Masty Ace in there.
And then is realizing he doesn't have...
Sweet.
Plays the Pata. Yeah, that feels a bit tough.
Okay, well, I
was gonna put the Gato. I was gonna put the Gato. That's fine.
Fair. That's better.
Okay.
But even then, it's not as.
But I feel
great.
like, honestly, I don't even know if I would have played Gato. I feel like I would have left that because I feel like now I'm just trimming deck even more.
Yeah.
And he needs to do a lot of catch up right now, and he does not have the deck for it.
No, and even then, right? Like even if you are able to save turn and say in theory bounce the Seraphi Ace, it's like Masty as a deck just doesn't have the aggression to get through 6 security or 7 security and
he's at
do
1.
much with that deck space. Whoa.
He's not going into the... Okay, he's grabbing back that Lady Debbie. Okay.
Wow, 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 wow.
This is what Jorel was talking about before.
Yeah,
Okay, so
that's
he's going to go into that.
We get there.
He'll do that. Okay, so now plays out the Angelomon. Recover 1. How did he put out the Angelomon without paying the cost?
No, he didn't. He just paid it. He paid the 4, pass turn, and then tapped.
Wait, to play out an Angelomon? Why was she only 4?
It was the ace, no?
Oh, you're right. It was.
Yeah, so he just played it for 4, and then did the thingy, DNA Digivolve, then goes into Ordain.
Ordain.
So swings a check there, and then almost decks out.
Shot 4, swung for a couple of checks.
Going hard.
He's debating.
Sir.
I mean, Domini just guarantees him a board state.
That's true.
It's not bad because I mean, well, it's all DP reduction actually, so Domini doesn't really do much unless Mike plays Seraphi Ace, which then it does something.
I feel like if you had a Ruin mode in there, which I don't think Jorel does in this particular iteration, Ruin mode might have been nice.
He wouldn't be able to Ruin mode here. Ordain's
no, I know, but instead of Ordain, a Ruin mode would have been nicer, but...
Okay, so Pata pushes up.
Yeah.
There's only 1 security left in there. He's going to lay it out proper. So Hard Evo's into an Angemon, which is just the one that has barrier from EX-06. So honestly, at this point, I think Mike just tries to do what he can to stall.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll go into Seraphi. We'll draw. We'll place a card back in because of the Magna Ange. This is a regular Seraphi from BT14. We'll cover 1 off of that. Can only bounce level 2, so nothing to bounce there. Tap the TKs to gain the memory back.
All right. Like you said, just stall out and see what happens. What's the play?
We'll just probably drop a Magna Ange. We'll cover 1, pop the Pata.
It's pretty good.
And just put Jorel in a spot where he has to win this turn. But I don't know. I don't know if he can.
Yeah.
Doesn't have sec +1 from anything right now, I don't think.
No, he doesn't.
He's only got 1 check.
Jordan's got 1 check. Even if you were to, like, in theory, alliance, right? Like, you don't have another body to go for that last check. So he's only going to be able to get Mike down to 0.
That effect will go ahead. I mean, he can go into another. Okay, he's gonna. All right.
Okay, so we got.
What are we doing? All right, he goes into the Gato.
Goes
Evos for 1. Yeah. Pitch
minus
top card.
6. It looks like he did it on the Seraphi Ace.
Yeah.
Now goes the Mini, which allows him to search security, play something out potentially -7. So -7 on the Seraphi Ace, so gains back the overflow. But here's where I feel like things are just like, eh.
Now what does he do? Anything else he can really do to keep turn? He doesn't have sec +1 from anything still.
Yeah, because I mean, I feel like one potential out was maybe just like swing and hope your like level 5s lived and then go into like a Jogress play. But even then, that's
exactly.
like, you know,
it's dicey, but
it's
the best thing he could have done.
It's a little rough.
It's very rough. But I think that's the only way he could have won. He had to just swing with at least just swing Lady Devi or something.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We'll go ahead and do that. Won't be able to bounce anything.
But it's just another check that he's got to go through.
Yeah.
Oh my lord. Emissary.
Well, yeah, we'll just play a Pata.
Yeah.
Plays that one. Who technically could on-play.
Yeah, technically.
Not that it would matter, but, you know, swing, does die to that.
And then plays out Gato. Taps both Mires to gain 2 memory.
Yeah.
And then we'll allow him to go into something which he chooses to go into the Lady Devi, looks like. And pops the Pata that just came out, and that'll be game. Not enough gas. He tried.
He was almost there, but yeah, it took him too long to get going.
Yeah. But yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy this one. Yeah.
I have to remember that Mirai lets you, the new Mirai lets you end of turn DNA.
Which is pretty good. Pretty
it's
good.
Needed. It's very needed. It means you don't have to rely on Gato inheritable or like relying on like using a Sala or something like that for inheritable.
Right. And I think this was a pretty good illustration of like what Maste can do. You know, we definitely saw turns where Jorel just like just snowballed for sure. It's definitely got a lot of support in EX-06 and definitely makes it more viable. And this was also a great showcase of what, you know, the Seraphi pieces can do as well. You know, this isn't like your traditional like the Minimon build by any means, but at the same time, like we got to see a good showcase of what like these new angel pieces can do in sort of an angel themed deck. You know, angels sort of fell to the wayside with like Mastemon X and the whole like armor vaccine iteration of vaccine as an archetype. So it's nice to see angels sort of make a little bit of a comeback and get back on the feature.
Yeah, having their own engine is very nice.
So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you all for tuning in and always showing the support. We appreciate all of you. And hopefully we catch you on that flippy flip. Bye-bye.
Bye.